Welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell, and tonight we're going to do part 1 of Resident Evil 4. Not Village, but 4. And yeah, so I'm going to do this on professional mode. I've got a clear game file on normal. Something I kind of want to do on this also is I want to use some of the weirder weapons, specifically the Mine Thrower. Mine Thrower is the one I have in mind in particular because I rarely ever used it. It was kind of rarely useful, but that merits some attention because I like to kind of... Everybody kind of knows what the shotgun is for, what the handgun's for, what the rifle's for, kind of the 3 ranges. But yeah, the Mine Thrower, I don't know what that's for. So we're going to use that. And to kind of counterbalance that, I'm going to get the Red 9, which is my favorite handgun, out of them. And yeah, so we're going to have a great time with that. But before we do, pre-game show. Let's see. Hold on a second, let me get the laptop up here. Very excited. Copy of Sega Gaga. Perfect Guide is shipped. I'm looking forward to that. Kind of figure out how the hell to play the business section, which I have never gotten down quite. So, continuing with Tom Cox, Ring the Hill. Unfortunately, man, I'm just moving at such a much slower pace than I would like reading these days. But yeah, so where were we here? I found something that was kind of neat. Yeah, here we go. One of the 69 ancient monikers for the hare, mentioned in the Names of the Hare, the poem written on the Welsh border in the late 13th century, is Ring the Hill. And presumably that doesn't come from nowhere. It's one of my favorite hare nicknames, along with Old Fat Bum, Dew Flirt, Stag of the Stubble, Woodcat, and the one who does not go straight home. The last is presumably a reference to that indirect mazing run hares are prone to, but it's suggestive of something else too, a secret after-dark activity. The hare's extra business, which it will never stoop to reveal to us. And I like that a lot. I need to find the names of the hare. Because as somebody who has been trained to read Middle English and who has at least 2 Middle English dictionaries, I feel equipped enough to stumble my way through that and get some enjoyment out of it. But I gotta say, Old Fat Bum. That's a fantastic, and that sounds like something, you know, that just from the more rural parts of my family and the sort of the way that language is a game to play with because you're out there and in nature and field and working and what else you're gonna do. Coming up with ridiculous names for things is definitely a pastime. So I feel that Old Fat Bum, Dew Flirt. And there's also a good word here, condle, spelled like candle, but with a U after the A, Caundle, which is an old Dorset word meaning conical hill. So, yeah, I mean, you know, when you live around a lot of different hills, you come up with names for varieties of them. And, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, Tom Cox continues to be a pleasure to read and to learn more about. I mean, this actually really makes me want to do kind of like a walking tour of some of the more obscure parts of England's hills. I guess just look for a hill and go walk there, right? Additionally, here's this. If you want to see my kind of hideous practicing Japanese handwriting, I'm trying to get my kana back up again, and anything that could be possibly fit within a, you know, 1 square block is certainly overlapping and spilling over. The cup runneth over and onto the table. And the Nakano thrift shop, again, continuing a little slowly with this. Let's see, I think there was a good thing here. Let me see if I can find that. Usually underline the stuff. And well, oh yeah, there we go. Let's see. So, Old Man Nakano is saying goodbye to somebody, and he says, "Good night." Mr. Nakano's voice drifted from the back. "See you tomorrow," I heard him add. His voice flickered brightly, like a ghost in the daylight. And his voice flickered brightly like a ghost in a daylight. That's first off, some good synesthesia. You can kind of feel that. See, when I think of synesthesia, you can kind of feel it in different parts of your body when you kind of read it. And for me, that kind of hits sort of back here in the lower back of my skull, and maybe a little bit here, kind of in the sternum. And but the other thing, which is equally remarkable, is like a ghost in the daylight. And it's like, you know, you think of ghosts as having this sort of aural quality to them, this sort of like glowing presence, and they're always offset by a darker environment. So a ghost in the daylight would be something that is even harder to detect, yet also present in some hard to define way, you know, hard to describe way. And yeah, it's just beautiful writing. I love this. I am, you know, the part of me that enjoys, you know, calling a book done and moving on is it's always active because, you know, that's maybe unfortunate part of being younger is you want things to be, want more stuff to happen. But the part of me that's enjoying it for the fact of it is loving it. Evening Peach Vine, it's great to see you. Thank you for saying hi. Let's see. Get the channel up here. And yeah, Resident Evil 4. So yeah, we're going to play this on GameCube, and we're going to do this graphically right. Bizarre non-sort of... Oh man, well, I wonder, is this going to be time number 8? Have you seen it played through since? Also, I hope you are recovering well. Because it's funny that you mentioned that, because I can't find the save file, but I'm sure I mentioned this on a previous stream, I have played this game so many times. It's ridiculous. And, you know, enough times going through once you get, like, the boom gun, the Killer 7. I mean, there is a gun named Killer 7, but it's not, it's just, he holds it like Dan Smith. Hand cannon, that's it. Yeah, I played through with that with the infinite ammo and just collected a ton of Magnum ammo, intending to use it one day, and then never doing so. It's like maybe like the ultimate case of collecting, you know, 99 potions in your inventory forever, and then you beat the game and you never use them. My favorite version of RE4, just for guts and feelings, here and here, the GameCube version. I played it so much, and it is the one that is most graphically familiar to me. It also kind of feels the best graphically, mainly because, you know, the polygon count and the texture resolution is made for CRT play, and it feels very good in that environment. If I can say that without being too hipsterish. I kind of like things that are a little broken, things that are a little hideous. So, yeah. So, which is how I deal with my hair on a day-to-day basis. The probably technically best one is the Wii. The Wii's version with the Wii Remote. The fact that they take the Wii Remote's sensitivity and they use that to different degrees with different guns to simulate the reticle waiver is brilliant. It's brilliant. And it's just a genius use of the hardware. And if you have like it would be really wonderful to play it with a light gun peripheral, kind of like you kind of snap it into, and that would be cool. Yeah, Grayling, absolutely. If you need to bail or anything, you have. If you need to bail and I'm not able to say so at the time, you have my best wishes for speedy recovery, and I hope you're okay. Probably gonna go about 3 hours, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, 60 FPS is always a good sell. I gotta be honest. But I am less bothered by that than some, I find. Let's see. What's the volume at on this? If this is loud at the Wii menu, then it definitely needs to go. Actually, this needs to go up. Hold up. Okay. Curious, I only hear it out of the left ear, so let's hope that that's only temporary. There we go. playing out of the left ear. You okay, buddy? Maybe it's just for the Wii menu. But yeah, something. What interests me about this, from a design side, is like this comes before God Hand in Shinji Mikami's sort of career, and this game also features dynamic difficulty, where ammo drop rates and enemy spawns vary depending upon how well you do. They make it invisible in this, but in God Hand it's very upfront because they kind of take the technical aspects of that game and really push it to the fore. So what's interesting to me in terms of like a design lineage thing is how this game is a sort of predecessor to that. Here. Yeah, I'm not getting anything out of the right ear. Hold on a sec. There we go. That's better. So, and there's that. All right. Professional.
Resident Evil.
Oh man, I actually intended to. Yeah, this game is weird to stream. Yeah, let's. Oh right, hold on a sec. I gotta get the other disc. Yeah, so streaming this in the original is kind of weird. I actually kind of expected to change the layout of it for this stream in particular because it actually is letterboxed stylistically in a way that Mikami tried to do with Evil Within, but that I think worked less well there, and that interests me. I think that the reason why the letterboxing works less good on the Evil Within is because screens are already widescreen, so it actually feels like there's information that you want that you don't have access to, whereas on 3x4 4:3 resolution, it feels special rather than limiting.
It was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the International Pharmaceutical.
Oh yeah, the Snake Tales was fun. And I think Space Hamlet from chat was kind of my lucky charm in that one, because as soon as he went to bed, everything kind of went to hell in that playthrough.
Crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City.
Something that I like about this that kind of locks this game into its place in time.
Definite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents
I like how it uses the FMV footage from the PS Resident Evil games. As a matter of fact, if I'm remembering right, it's using all of the footage that we saw on the demo disc when it was kind of giving a recap of Resident Evil to date. So that's interesting. Maybe they were just dumping the same resources there.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
I received special training under a special group under the president, and with that one line, suplexes and all the ridiculous stuff that Leon does that he could not do in RE2 is explained.
Long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
Man, this is like one of the few moments where a good guy knows what it's like to have level 1 mooks on his side. It's just like our level 1 mooks are are disadvantaged to the level 3s that populate the village right off the start.
To take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence,
Yes, Swimmy. I was thinking about you when I was thinking about the dynamic difficulty. I mentioned earlier that the dynamic difficulty on this interests me because it is kind of a predecessor to another game with infamous DD, which is God Hand. So it interests me that this is a design idea that Mikami is sort of integrating into the more action games that he's making. And I'm really curious to see if that was actually implemented in Vanquish. I don't know. I haven't played much Vanquish.
Must be my imagination.
Yes, Grayling, same.
It took so long.
Also, evening 2 Prime. It's good to meet you. Yeah, this game is quite long. When I was, a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to plow through it in a weekend to get to the start of professional mode because that's what I wanted to stream the game under. I kept thinking I was near the end, and then I would just remember, oh right, there's that part of the island. Oh right, there's the giant Salazar robot statue. Oh right, there's... You know, it just keeps on going, and it's quite long. Oh, interesting.
Just
Fantastic.
The village.
I'll go and have a look around.
Yeah, we'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Swimmy, is that using the Chicago typewriter to dynamically lower the difficulty, or is Pro...
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Did you say
Is
something?
is Pro difficulty locked in to the hardest difficulty like hard is on God Hand?
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's
Water
name's Ashley
tested.
Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information
Oh,
on
interesting.
my end as well.
Well, you were the one who introduced me
Talk
to
to
the
you later.
concepts
Leon.
in this game. I actually did not know. Let's see. Actually did not know that at all. So here we are. Let's see, what do we got? We're starting with a handgun. I'm gonna trade that out for the Red 9 when I can. We'll probably have a shotgun just for, you know, coverage, in case the mine thrower idea becomes a little more unwieldy and impossible to play through. But yeah, I think that'll be our thing. Now this is interesting. We noticed this when we played the demo. I'm interested that they made a chain version of these ropes. I can't imagine this is actually a different object than the ropes that hold up the other bridge, but this is the only one that is made out of chains. So they have a way of explaining why this rickety old bridge in particular can hold up a car with 3 passengers, which I imagine, given the bearing load of that bridge, probably the number of passengers does matter. It's not 15 years old. This came out last March.
Forget your makeup or something?
Please tell me it hasn't been 15 years. Tell me. Alright. You know what? The gold these crows give me is not really enough on professional to merit the karma that I'll gather from shooting them. Though I'm interested, if you look at where the little reticle kind of shows up at the tip of the laser, that crow's got a big hitbox. just gonna experiment with that for a second and try to shoot when it's definitely off the crow. Let's see. Come on, come on. Yeah, I think that crow died not from the bullet, but from the heart attack that the report caused. Oh my God, 2005. I prefer to think of this game as having been released as of the date of its most recent re-release, so, I don't know, this game's about 3 years old, right? Leon just goes ahead and starts roughing the place up. Something that interests me about this story, and I realized this playing it back through, especially 15 years hence, how much this game is such a post 9/11 game, and mid-war on terror. They make so many references to it, and it is such a kind of a pivot point for a lot of the banter. And I wonder how much sense that makes now, because now it's been going on for like 20 years, and must seem more normal.
Excuse me, sir?
Oh, no way. That's fantastic. Welcome, Ark. Good to see you.
I was wondering if you might recognize the girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón.
Sorry to have bothered you.
I don't know, I think... Gotta wonder, man. The nerves of steel that these Resident Evil protagonists have. I kind of wonder if diazepam is even necessary for them. Bonk. I love how they use the camera there to cheat their way out of actually showing that car wreck. I mean, obviously the trick of like seeing Leon's eyes as he's peering through. That's that's an old cinematic trick to get away with like showing the thing, to get away without showing the thing that he's looking at. But the fact that they take the camera and then speed it away as if it's being dragged along behind the car that's going in the water is a really nice touch. Do they try to come in here? Zombie. Leon having a brief moment of, I guess, like he's so used to killing humanoid zombies that after the fact he's now checking it. Like humans, like zombies would be the only humanoids that would show any kind of aggression toward him. And hut. I can't believe I'm the only person who, verbally mimics what Leon does when Leon does it. I love those little barks. That's not a stun point. Woo. Close. Something that interests me about Leon's RPD uniform. This is not something I ever thought about when playing RE2, but just like in this hard to quantify way, aesthetically, it feels heavy. Like I don't think until I saw Leon in this version, I never appreciated exactly how much they're sort of revisiting and revising Jill Valentine's sort of like heavily shoulder-padded blue RPD STARS uniform. World's biggest USP match? How do you mean? Like the Metal Gear USP? My brain is parsing that as UPS, even though that is absolutely not what you wrote, which is why I'm having a hard time creating an image of it in my mind. Oh, Half-Life 2 pistol? Oh, okay. I played Half-Life 2 a long time ago, and only once enough to say that I understood it for the zeitgeist. So unfortunately, I know less about that gun than I do, well, this fella here. Let's see if he's dumb enough to do this. He's gonna take that? There we go.
¡Un forastero!
Like, shoot me once in the face, shame on you. Shoot me twice, this time in the arm. Shame on. Boom. That's interesting. Huh. It always seemed very nondescript to me. I realize now that it's a Resident Evil gun, and I keep looking for the STARS Samurai Edge insignia.
¡Os voy a romper a pedazos!
Buddy. Oh, good. He died. I saw an airsoft replica of the Samurai Edge from RE7 that has that just gorgeous sound design that when you fire it, it's got like, it sounds like two knives going so you've got this this real blade sound mixed into it. It is a marvel, and that is an airsoft replica I would enjoy having.
¡Forastero! ¡Avisad a los demás!
Menacing leer. It is funny how less bugged they seem now that I can't zoom in and look at them ahead of time. 2 Prime, I agree. I'm hoping that that plays out in this playthrough, where you get good enough at, there you go, you get good enough at hitting weak points and then following up so you don't use your ammo, that the challenge drops a little bit. Though, I don't know, I don't feel like it's a challenge drop, I just feel like it's setting you up for whatever future moment when you screw up so badly that you need to dump all of your ammunition into a single encounter because you screwed up, which is a great moment in any kind of survival horror game. Fortunately, they make that easier on this one by giving you like some form of replenishing ammo in any boss encounter, so you're not stuck. The real survival horror resource hoarding matters in like the moment to moment, I think.
Leon, how you holding up?
Bad question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
Getting, I don't know, I kind of feel like Professional is good good practice for Mercenaries mode, because it's so good for crowd control. Oh, snap! The Resident Evil presentation on Thursday. I completely forgot about that. Oh, and if we saw from the demo, 2 Prime, if you are interested in more about RE4, if you look back a few weeks in the stream archives on this channel, you'll see a side-by-side comparison of the Resident Evil 4 demo disc, which was an earlier build than they released. So I play through the main game up to the point where the demo ends, and then I play through the demo, and we kind of take our time looking at what things they updated and changed. So if you like this game, that's kind of a fun compare and contrast. And yeah, Grayling, if you find that it is still on sale, actually let me know. I would be interested in getting one of those myself. I am super excited about Village. Unfortunately, I don't have a PS5, so I think this will be the first Resident Evil that I will play for the first time. That I will play for its first run through on PC. Evening, Margin. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. And I'm actually really interested to see how this feels compared to Remake. I feel like Remake, I mean, it's obviously taken the formula, right, and building off it, but I feel like this one is much more sort of like, it's got that sort of like laser focus on very tight, limited mechanics that I kind of associate with Mikami's design style. Whereas certain things like getting grabbed by the enemy in Remake, in RE2 Remake, disorient you by, you know, throwing the camera around in a way that would feel absolutely unlike this. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Go, 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 go. I was a fool. Cow, stand up to them for me. Oh. Fantastic whiff. Oh, the sound design on this as they're chasing you is great. Well, these guys aren't exactly genome soldiers, right? I'd like to save these, but I think I might need it to get out of here. Oh no. Cool. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna need this to get out of here. Or am I? Maybe I can do this smart. Never mind. Alright, let's reload and try this again. I was actually trying to kick him, but Leon had a better idea. Yeah, Grayling, I mean, can it be both? That's a really interesting insight. Oh wow, they really back off when you go up. Oh god! Huh. Okay, so I'm really curious to know what the AI is doing when it backs off like that. Oh, thank you. I will eat this on the spot. And take an axe to the shoulder. Shut that door. My intention was to use this room to garner resources, but I think I just used most of the ones I would have grabbed by fighting my way through my error. Oh no, there were bullets back there! I didn't see who assaulted me either. But you know what? Everyone gets a free punch, I guess. Let's get our shotgun.
¡Por allí! ¡No dejes que se escape! ¡Agárralo! Vayan por detrás.
Why are these people?
¡Bloqueale el paso!
What are they planning?
Margin, that is interesting about RE2 Remake, because that suggests that that way of sort of responding to a player mistake creates a scenario where getting ganged up on by zombies is more likely, which is, of course, the threat of zombies. Obviously it only takes one, but zombies classically are the mindless horde, so that actually lets them harness that characteristic more. Nope. Is there something on here? Yes. Yeah, 2 Prime as an example of something that is kind of an interesting before and after for the demo. These pictures of Sadler that are in the households, all of those are replaced with generic paintings, so they don't give away who the villain is or even tease it, and that's interesting. Really, I always try to mind read how. Oh, so they left bullets on the roof there. Oh crap! 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 Okay. This will knock you off. Oh boy. Okay, let's reload this. Run away, absolutely. Oh crap, I didn't know he was gonna do that! Oh my god. Okay. So, I did not know that... Okay, so on normal, what they will do is when you get like a fatal blow, it'll leave you at like 1 HP, so you have a chance to recover. I guess they don't do that on professional, clearly. And what I was thinking about doing, and what I might do if this works the next time through, is pushing that thing over, then shooting a hole in the door so I can shoot them through that. But Clearly, that's for next time. Something that all of the ports of RE4 will never have, which is one of the things that makes this game dear to my heart, is all of the that you hear from the GameCube, or in this case Wii, processing, reading data off the disc. Yikes! Go, 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 go! Oh my god. I thought I had space and then I heard his voice like right behind me. Oh Jesus. Those footsteps. Remind me, does RE2 remake? I feel I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. Does that game feature upgradable weapons in the gamey way that these later games do? It's funny, playing this through so many years later, I find that I clearly have my my routines in places that I think to check for items during the siege. Though I think kind of like the magic of it comes from not knowing what to do and being totally disoriented. You should fall. But you're not. Let's see if I can get in the... Oh, you guys are there. Oh god. Oh, thank god that worked. I gotta get a shotgun. Whew. Evening, Dream Bomb. It's good to see you.
Who are these people?
How did your exam go? I hope well.
What are they planning? Chainsaw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that actually fits with kind of the RE2 manner, the original RE2's way of upgrading things. For Leon especially, I think that he has more upgrades, like from the sawed-off shotgun to the full weapon. And he also gets the automatic triple shot. Let's see if we can kick this ladder down. Yes. Later, chumps. Oh, here comes Dr. Salazar. Let's see, reload. I am not going to be found dead with a disorganized case. Alright. Alright, now I feel good. Congrats, Dreambomb. That's excellent to hear. Wait, does the laser sight actually adjust the damage that you do in RE2? That's fantastic, if so. GameCube version is the one that that has the deepest residence in my heart. Dustin and I were talking about this earlier. The Wii version, I think, is probably the best of them, if I'm in terms of like kind of total experience as a shooter. But this one, it's I have a certain kind of nostalgic affection for it, of course, but I also feel that it going through a composite video signal, it feels like it matches the resolution and polygon count better, so it aesthetically comes together for me. It feels more right, I guess, because of that. Buster. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if you saw it, but it looked like he was going to land on the edge of the little bridge there, and then it automatically auto-adjusted him onto the platform. That's neat that they accounted for that. Dude, get up. Thank you. Ooh, that was actually tactically a really bad idea last time, because now I can't see anything. Okay. Go, 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 go! Jesus. Right, that was a bad idea last time, so I'm not going to do it again. Alright. Oh. Hello, man with broken AI. A touch from the Ada missions that I like, that it's kind of implied here, is you can kind of watch Leon running around the village, being chased by everybody. Oh God! Go, go, go! Okay, let me heal up. Okay. Yes. Jesus. Just gingerly take this opportunity to reload. Or not. Oh, wow. I didn't finish the reload animation, but it put the numbers in the right place. Oh, jeez, these people are just not dying. Any more? Yes. In fact, I do want that money, which is what I have been hoping to get this whole time. So now I'm going to barricade myself in that house. Yeah, man, that's what I'm here for. I gotta say, like, having all that stuff in my attache case, kind of at the midpoint of the fight, and then having as much as I've got in there now is what I'm here for. It's really fun and cool to reach that point of mastery in a game where, you know, you can just spin through a bunch of enemies, not get a nick or a scratch on you. That's kind of the great feeling of like getting a God Hand, right? But for survival horror, the optimal experience for me is actually something closer to this, where you get close to that line, and you know, sometimes you gotta just use your resources and plow through a particular obstacle to try to, you know, try to limp on through. But yeah, this is great.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer. Something's happened to the people here.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower.
Yeah,
and follow
Capcom
the
5.
trail near it.
I've got 1, 2, 3 of. I think I have 3 of those. I've got this, obviously. I have Killer 7 and I have PN03. I forget, what are the other 2? There was the Phoenix game that never got released, and I don't remember if that actually counts as one of the 5. Was Remake supposed to be one of them? Whoa! That's cool! I didn't know you could do that! So if you barricade the door before the cutscene, and then the cutscene happens, then you get automatically teleported back outside, and so the only way to let you back in is for Leon's kick in the door to be so intense that it demolishes the furniture. That's great. That's that special training underneath the president's secret organization right there coming through. Oh, no, that's fine. I think that all REs are good REs, so feel free to talk about Remake as much as you like. I have been playing these things ever since the first one's Director Cut DualShock Edition, so I have a great fondness for the series and have no particular purist affection for one over the other. I like all of them for what they do. Even the Outbreak games, which I've actually done some writing on. Actually, Margin, if you are interested, if you look back in the archives of this, I've played quite a few of the RE games, including the Outbreak ones. So if you want to kind of get a look at those without kind of playing through them, that's kind of a fun place to go. Although those still do have, you know, active communities if you ever get a hankering to play any of the old ones with other people in a weird, strange configuration. 7 is excellent. I don't know what your feelings on VR are, but if you want a good, I mean, not just good, but excellent VR horror experience, 7 is the way to go. On PSVR, the VR for PlayStations. Ooh, an egg! Okay, I got dibs on that egg.
¡Un forastero!
Yoink! Ooh, another egg. Whew. All right. Thank you. Oh yeah. Well, I got to tell you, it is excellent in VR. Oh, I really like this. Just as a quick aside, like if you shoot that thing and knock it down, it falls in this muck and is actually worth less. But if you shoot this thing, get it to fall, and now get it, and now it's worth a prettier penny. But yeah, it's very good if you want to see something really excellent done in VR that solves a lot of design problems that VR is trying to do in a compelling way. But I didn't play it first in VR, and that was only a later experience for me. So it is absolutely worth your while to jump in, you know, for the pancake screen version. I am of the opinion there is never a bad time to get into RE. As a matter of fact, Resident Evil 2, the original one, was the first 32-bit game that I ever played. I played it over at a friend's house. Bonk. Anybody in there? Nope. And it was like, this is what video games are now? Oop, I hear someone. Sound design in this is really good. Oh no, where's my egg? Oh, there it is. I forgot these things can disappear. Ah, like this one over here did. Well, egg, I return you to the earth. Great meaty crunch sound when you shoot them and they get a good headshot. Also, having hats that you can knock off is excellent choice for creating a visceral feeling for the design. Shoot the pendant and then the board? Does it? Aw, I feel bad for this pup. Fella? You done good not to get infected by the Las Plagas. Don't let him get you down. Sometimes it's best not to fit in. Here you go. You run this way. Aw, and I'm just scaring him. Stinking full of manure. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on chat here. Links for the Twitch page, it's the Deltahead Twitter. Yeah, I would absolutely do that. Sorry, I'm a little slow on getting some of the accoutrements in place, those quality of life things that were a more technically dedicated streamer would have had up well before now. And yeah, the YouTube page has all the things archived, and in fact is kind of a better place to see it for some of them anyway, because in the event that there is a DMCH song, I find that YouTube tends to be a little slacker on catching those in my stream archives than the Twitch archive is. So you actually get to hear me talk over something that I don't care about listening to. I did not know that. I mean, that makes sense, right? That about the pendant in the water. Hey. I mean, now I kind of feel like I'm the jerk here. There we go. I mean, if I keep shooting him and he doesn't die, then I just feel bad about what I'm doing with my time. And, margin, also, if you would like to have those in a more organized format, if you look at, if the Deltahead channel has the playlists public facing, which it should, I have every stream series organized in playlists, so you don't have to kind of hunt and peck for them. Nope. You know, that's true. At the end of the day, he owes me. Sir, can I see your leg? I would like my bullets back. Speaking of that, I watched, man, I find that the longer you go into Beat Takeshi's film career, the less comic and more brutal the Yakuza movies become. I watched Outrage, which I think is a 2010 movie, and it's just, it's like, oh crap. Oh, I hate this. Hold on. Ah! Okay. Anyways, basically all political scheming and heat moves, where Yakuza are just killing other Yakuza, and it's really brutal. And yeah, and it's just kind of, I'm just kind of like, wow, they just kind of like took all the comedy that's sort of in the background of this stuff and just it's not there. Yeah, these things kill me, literally, in the game, but on professional they're brutal. Okay. What I tend to do on those is, because I have a hard time processing the image and then converting that into like a hand movement really quickly, whenever one of those things happens, I just mash the A button, and then whenever the time comes up to press an alternate input, I always hit L and R. So one of those times, I'm going to get a good result. Yeah, Yakuza 0 is a fantastic game. I recommend it. It is one of the best sort of distillations of the Yakuza formula. And this is from somebody who has played all of them except 6, and I'm kind of about halfway through 7. Yeah, Grayling, it is super video gamey in a way that I too like, for exactly that reason. I feel like it succeeds because it actually mirrors what the player is doing, like my own physical franticness as I am mashing that button. Oh yeah, Leon with the squirrel attention span, constantly distracted by the bats and not the dude over there with a stick of dynamite. But yeah, it reflects what I am doing as a player rather than what he would be doing as a living human being in this universe. And I'm a fan of that kind of weird abstraction. And yeah, I think that... There we go. I think that Takeshi's comedy is top-notch. Very dark, very ridiculous. I think one of my favorite bits of his was, I think it's in... What is it? Might be in Violent Cop? But yeah, it's like there's some dudes playing baseball in the middle of the street, and the ball, you know, goes past them, and he's, you know, in that position of somebody set up to help, you know, a little help, and he grabs it, he picks up the ball, and there's like a whole wind up, and then as he throws it, he like throws it 90 degrees to the right, and it is, whoop, it is the goofiest thing, and that is right on the same level of pratfalls for things that will make me lose it. Oh crap! Okay. Whew. Forgot he was there. Wow, you guys are really going the extra mile to fortify this. Yeah, you know what? I'll call it a hovel. You guys have earned it. I think he's over there. I see his arm. He is over there. Oh, weird. I guess his AI doesn't have anything to do unless I'm jumping in there and he's ready to scare me, so... Here we are. Let's see. There we go. No, he's got one job, and damned if he's not going to do it. I think that, well, thank you for thinking that I'm that good, but I can, in humility, say that there is, I don't think there's aim assist on there, but the projectiles actually have a bigger hitbox than they look like. They're kind of like the crows. So you can actually kind of whiff the projectile. Like, visually the bullet would whiff, and still get the hit registered. I think it's a really nice instance of foregoing the kind of believability of the moment, the believability of the event for the drama of the moment, because you feel good when you get that, right? Yeah, you know, outside of the original Dragon Warrior, I have not played any Dragon Quest games, so I mean, I know what their legacy is, but just kind of have to take Ichi's word for it. Yeah, Song of Life is. I finished playing Yakuza 2 Kiwami, and I was like, you know what? I could skip a video game right now. And yes, swapping shoulder view is definitely something that was an advancement on this design, sort of this design's DNA. Oh, well, thank you. See, the problem is you've been trying to interact with the hole in the lock. That's where your lock picking scenario keeps falling apart. The thing you got to interface with is the bolt that connects it. Hence, swipe. Ooh, right. Oh man, the first time I played through this was my first, like, forehead, you know, palm to forehead slapping moment. But yeah, kind of like the hitbox on this wire is pretty big. It's kind of like that for the projectiles. You know, if I'm thinking about the guest cabin in the baker's house in RE7, this really feels like a retro version of that space. They like almost to the T. They really nailed that. Interesting. Well, for right now, I think Yakuza 7 might be my quota for anything that I invest like more than 60 hours into. But at that recommendation, I will add Dragon Quest. Wait, which Roman numerals were there? Dragon Quest 11 as a backup on that list.
Rough, don't you think?
I keep trying to think about what actor at the time would Luis's face have been based off, and I'm kind of thinking Johnny Depp-ish. He kind of has like a Tim Burton Johnny Depp character feel to him.
You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect. The big cheese.
What?
I really like the sound design on that, the squeezing, and that's such a great moment. This thing that you've been doing as your bread and butter, if you've been playing even a little bit technically, just like thrown to the side in a cutscene is great. Yeah, Marge, and that's what I'm finding with JRPGs generally, as you know, time goes on and I have less free time to kind of sink into them, is that I am more likely to complete a longer game like that if I kind of take it in sips, rather than just sort of like go deep into it and then get burned out and then come back around to it like 6 months later or something.
Feeble.
Yeah, big cheese.
Let us give you our.
That's kind of like RE4's dialogue in a nutshell. Maybe superseded only by your right hand comes off.
Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Yeah, I feel like the writing in this one, it's interesting. Like, RE1 has the sort of like really early English localizations. You know, we got somebody who's on the radio to do this VO feeling, and RE2 kind of carries that forward a little bit, but
Crawl out of one hole and into another.
those are all trying to be
What's going
movies,
on here?
and this is kind of like its story is based on the Resident Evil games rather than the early Resident Evil games' attempts to being based on movies, and I think that's what makes this feel so
Came here looking for
weird.
this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay,
That's
let me
interesting.
guess. She's the president's
I'm curious, why does that strike you
That's
as
too good for a
weird?
guess. Want to start
I
explaining?
can see pros and cons either way,
Psychic
and I've never thought about it
powers.
before.
Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's
Oh
daughter
man,
in the
this dude.
church.
I always wanted to know what this dude's story is. Well, I guess he's covered in blood, so it's probably somebody else's. I always assumed that he
Then who
himself
might
was
you
just
be?
really messed up.
Me llamo Luis Serra.
And was
I used to be a cop in Madrid.
just stumbling home from a fight,
Now
ready to
I'm
kill
just
the
a
hostages.
good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line.
That little bug right
Nobody
there,
really
that is a great
appreciates you
touch.
enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus.
That
in the
little,
lab
that
at
whole
the
little
department.
interaction there is really great. It's one of the times you kind of get to see Leon just be Leon.
Do something, cop!
After you.
Now!
And you kind of get a sense of how exhausted he is at the turns of fate that have made him into this action hero. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that is interesting. It actually directly attaches him to the bio-horror and doesn't leave any of the supernatural mystique there.
It's Leon.
That's a good point.
Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret
Managed
passage
to.
in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
Excuse me. Yeah, it is interesting to see it followed up on the heels of you know, being able to see his portrait in the village. So if you're the type who likes to explore around after,
Over here, stranger.
yeah, this is our guy. If you're the type that likes to explore around, then the mystery of that, you know, you might think that that is a mysterious buildup, but yeah, he is just dropped right into your lap there, and you don't really talk to him until after Salazar.
Got something that might interest you. Got a selection of
things
good
on
things
sale,
on
stranger.
sale, stranger.
Yeah, I think that kind of fits with with the kind of story this is within the RE verse, because this is a pretty straightforward story. There's not really a betrayal. There's, you know, this really is a very straight narrative. So having Sadler displayed right up the
What are
front
you
and say
buying?
this is the bad guy.
Is that
Kind of makes
all,
sense.
stranger? Thank
Always.
you. What are you selling?
Evening, Mirth. It's good to see you. Yeah, here's my unfilthed pearl pendant.
Thank you. Is that all? Thank you.
So,
buying?
what do I have here? I am going to get the Red 9 and the Mine Launcher, and those are not available yet, so I'm going to save my money and not upgrade these things. I'm going to save up. What am I going to do about the rifle? I really like the aesthetics of the bolt-action rifle, even when like Leon reloads it and he kind of gets into that sort of jam and he has to sort of punch it in. It's very viscerally satisfying. You know, I've always... Oh my god, this is a mess. Jesus, I can't believe I'm gonna attaché case this unkempt on stream. Yeah, I wonder if he just happened to be in the area. It would kind of make sense if so, if the villagers, you know, you hear the bell ring, and they're they recognize Sadler as being present, so maybe through the Las Plagas they know that that's in there. So, yeah, maybe he just happened to be in the area? I don't know. Evening Space Hamlet. Yeah, bolt-action rifles, that's a good feeling right there. And yeah, Grayling, I mean, you know, you don't want to have company over, then discover you know, left, I don't know, one corner of the living room just littered with Twix wrappers or something, right? Haven't had a Twix in years. Take that back. No, don't gingerly open it. No. Okay. That's how we do it. Ooh. Alright, let's go, 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 go. Oh, man. That's not the sound you want to hear behind you as you go to inventory. Okay. No, that's fine. I appreciate the lesson in humility that I absolutely rely on others. Oh God! No! Whew. Wow, that turned out really to my advantage. Although it very shortly wouldn't have. That thing was like right next to my ear. I don't even know what happened. But I accept such gifts as Providence allows. So I hope they left some, oh! Chump change. There we go. Oh God. That's like the guy on your team in an online shooter with a flamethrower who's just absolutely responsible for killing everyone. Go, go, go! Crap. You have a stick of dynamite. Let's eat an egg. Something that I find kind of freeing about revisiting this game after so many years is how I absolutely remember my, you know, quote-unquote good strategies. Meaning places where I can safely put my back against a wall and you know, with a sufficient ammo cache, kill a ton of dudes. But as I am older now, I find myself more enjoying the, oh man, the Russian scramble of chaos and kind of really just luxuriating in the level design. No, 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 no! Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, weirdly. Sure. Oh, you're right there. Oh, let's get go. Jesus, right behind me. This is exactly what I was hoping to get out of professional mode. And I actually think I should heal up, because that's a little dangerous. Where are you guys? Oh, no, no, no! Game's AI is effective because I'm constantly running through my head, oh god, who's behind me? Whew. Here. There. I thought that configuration of package and wood there was Ganado, and startled me. See a dude over here? Did not. Let's just cover back there. Please fall again. Yep, you're still going. No, let's just take care of this person. There we go. Good stuff. Whew. Jesus. That's really good. I mean, it takes everything that you think about how to play it from the village and actually makes it much more constricted by giving you I mean, functionally alleyways, that's what the bridges wind up being. They wind up being alleyways, but they're open, so you actually feel more vulnerable rather than any kind of safety that might come from constriction. It's really good. Okay, let me catch up here. Yeah, no, I'm fine designating Hamlet as the stream good luck charm. I think that evidence will prove that out. Squimmy, I'm actually... Do ammo drops work based on how often you use a weapon? Or is that just my creating a pattern out of something to think? Interesting. Yeah, I played this, the Dream Bomb, I played this when it first came out. So it's kind of nuts to me to think about having encountered it for the first time any other way, but I guess that's just showing my age, right? Yeah, I own RE4 at least 4 times. So I own RE16. Evening, Wayne, and hello to Brazil from the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, no, we're all really excited here to see RE8. That is something we are looking forward to coming down the line. All right, let's clean up a little bit. You know, Swimmy, I've kind of intuited that different weapons have different weights and affect their running speed that way, mainly because I feel like I run faster when I'm carrying a grenade, and then I feel like I'm running faster when I throw my last grenade of its type and it does not re-equip me with anything. So it's good to know that that is in fact an accurate observation. Some bullets here. Red Hawk. Oh yeah, this is cute. I discovered this while doing the demo stream. So this got Red Hawk bullets here, and heavy field shells here. So you got your heavy Hawk, red field, and I think that's charming. Grenades and no equipment at the same speed? Makes sense. Okay, I think I cleaned up treasure-wise, so I think I'm good there. Alright. Let's plug this here. And that door is open. Wait, rocket launcher is 10% faster? Seems kind of counterintuitive. Which I'm not saying you're wrong, it's a video game thing, right? But it's funny if that is the case. Oh, well, I mean, even still that causes problems for me. I mean, it makes better sense to my eyes, but still my brain is rebelling against the notion. It's like the sort of thing, like, as he's standing up straight, he should probably feel that thing kind of, like, tilting him backwards. I always like this, this little hint here. If you are the exploring sort, and can, with your gamer's brain, decode, oh, different color, destructible, oh, shiny, prize, and then have to remember that that's there and then work your way backward to figure out how to get to it. Yeah. Okay. This probably needs crowd control. There we go. You, sir, had the misfortune to be decapitated before Las Plagas showed up, so that is your one and only chance. yeah, no, I think the extra special property of this gun when you upgrade it past its threshold is that it has a it is 5 times more likely to result in a headshot or critical than previously. Oh boy. Nope, 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 nope. You guys may be a little dumb. Can I kind of exploit this here? Oh. Really seems like it's a shame to waste, there we go. After plugging all those bullets into his face, I didn't want to use a shotgun shell and just, I mean, I probably could have cut to the chase if I had done that right at the start. Yeah. That feels good. Anybody over here? There. Contact lenses is that guy wearing? Contact lenses made out of the same indestructible glass, oh god, as the Pope's mobile. There we go. I believe, Hamlet, you mentioned during the previous stream when we did the demo that, I mean, this is obviously on the face of it much better than stepping into an open bear trap. But nonetheless, this method of disarming a bear trap does raise some questions. I mean, just find like a broomstick or something, right? Yeah, Swimmy, when I played this on my regular playthrough, you know, the save file that lets me access Professional, I just kept winding up with just so much shotgun ammo, and I was wondering, like, what am I doing to... And the thing is, like, I was winding up with so much shotgun ammo because I wasn't using a shotgun, and I'm like, not gonna say no, but I feel so pressured. Yes, absolutely some ninja stuff. Okay. I have my impulse to kind of press up against that wall and peek around the corner. Got this guy guarding the back gate. He, in fact, was the backup. Yeah, Grayling, I find that, I find the same thing happening to me in the village in particular. Because it is particularly grating. Which means that it's, you know, it's doing its job, of course. Leon Kennedy. Seen how he handles bear traps, this is how he fishes. Okay, I am going to let Leon think about what he has done to this fragile ecosystem and take a quick break. I will be right back. Give me a sec. Alright, speaking of a fragile ecosystem, got our apex, well, he's not an apex predator. He just kind of eats what he finds. And he's very picky, so I think apex predators probably like to revel in their apexity and eat everything they possibly can, but not this guy. This guy only takes specific kinds of cat food under very specific circumstances. And, oh, he's a good boy. More of an apex cuddler, I would say. That's right. He cuddles everything and anything. He's a good boy. Iceman Dan, welcome. Yeah, no, you got to the barrister. If, actually, an interesting development on the, just kind of nuts and bolts end of the stream. He is both the barrister. He's also the bursar now. Weirdly enough, I don't know how he got access to the bank account, but he's the only one who can get in now. It is fingerprint locked, and what can you do with a fingerprint lock when the solution is a paw? Absolutely nothing. Oh, he picks ragdoll, that's right. It's even better is you think the cats kind of like their lounging space or something, but with this guy right here, you can kind of hold on to him, but then when you... So you get the big purrs. Oh yeah, he's a fine boy. Alright, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You get an extra treat tonight for gracing us with your presence. To show up and eat some chicken, huh? There's a smaller cat in here who has been snubbing this canned chicken about three hours now. I know you're supposed to pick it up after like 15 minutes, but this is about the only time frame during which she'll eat it. So there you go. So, let's get back to... Let's see, how many fish do we have in this thing? Smelling up the attaché case. Probably a good thing that this does not ultimately wind up being the attaché case that Leon brings back and, you know, returns to... returns as equipment to the U.S. government, because I imagine there would be questions, an inquiry about why does this smell like cod? Fish indeed. With all this in my case, you might call me a fashionista. That's something you might call me. And if you do, I won't forgive you. There's some bridges that can't be crossed back. Thank you. I think that the attaché case inventory is... I view it as emotional Tetris because you can't lose. The only thing... it's kind of the opposite of war games. The only winning move is to play, and then you're in a better spot in life than you were before. To be honest about it. Well, I only feel a little bad about that. Oh wait, there's let's see, who was it that said this? Give me 1 second. Yeah, so Grayling, I don't know if you're still around, but if you catch the stream, this one is for you. Down we go. And good night. And that is a sound investment for somebody to come along later and and relish, if they can stand the stench long enough to dip their arm in up to the shoulder and acquire. Yes, in fact, I did. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that can turn out one of three ways. If you shoot it and it falls in the water and you pick it up, it's a less valuable muck-covered pendant. If you shoot the board so it closes down and then you shoot the pendant, then you get a clean one and you can sell it for more. And that is the third option, which is it returns a considerably lower investment. Or which... An investment that has considerably lower returns. Right, that's the correct order of the words I mean. Chief's note. It's really interesting. The chief writes in white ink. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So this... I've never noticed this before because I've never tried this, but this window needs to break cinematically, and it still gives me a reticle indicating it is an object, but I cannot in fact break it. It is the window protected by dramatic necessity.
Nuestro jefe se cuidará de la plaga. Si la plaga es mucho mejor que la nuestra. Tienes razón.
Plot armor, yes. This is an interesting horror idea to me that I feel has shown up elsewhere, and I'm having a hard time thinking about where else. But the idea that some sort of infection or curse becomes more prominent or manifest the closer to death, or the more, you know, the more dire one's emergency becomes.
You'll face severe consequences.
Really? How do you,
What? Same blood.
How do you blast through them in the HD version? When I played through this on normal, he gave me a run for my money. Hey, cutie. Come on up. Oh, whoops. Lost Hunnigan's VO. Lost Illuminados. Oh, wow. Leon said big cheese again. I guess Leon's taken Luis's words for truth. Oh, weird. Incendiary grenades in particular. That is a weird weakness given the environment where that fight happens. And yeah, Leon's animations are very good. Oh yeah, I love this. So here's the plot armor. I do like how that cinematic moment is structured such that it makes sense, where Mendez is like, dude, I told you this like 3 seconds ago. And now I'm going to crush your ribs. Let's see. Yep, got everything out of there. like how this village can apparently afford a nice variety of browns for their artists. Huh, weird. I didn't know you could kick through a door. Anybody behind me? Nope. Oh yeah, Origins was a fun playthrough. Really? You know, now that you mention it, I can kind of hear that. Oh, come on, kiddo. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright. Now that Ragamuffin has been sent on her way. Evening, Andy. It's good to meet you. We are at, well, as you can see, 1-3 on Pro difficulty. And yes, actually, Andy, funny you should mention that, because that is, in fact, what this version is. We were playing it on GameCube with a GameCube controller. This is actually, it's got the Smash logo on there. This was one I picked up for the Wii compatibility for Smash Brothers Brawl, I think it was. And I still had like the original purple controllers, but this has the longest cord, which is welcome. Isn't there an egg in the oven? Oh no, there's a shame. Oh, I hate when I lose a long beloved save file. So this is something I noticed on my last playthrough about how, you know, all the comments here are, you know, chairs around the fireplace, chairs around the typewriter, painting of a lake, books on the shelf, English, people eat like normal humans, and then you come around here and there's just like one small detail. Skull in the skull in the used pot. That's it's a nice it's kind of a nice punchline, very subtle to the setup of everything being nice and orderly, you know? It makes sense hearing the sample in Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry, since they're both Capcom things, but something similar showing up in a Konami game is interesting. Oh no! Later Wii models don't have GameCube support? Oh, dude, I did not know that. That's brutal. Actually, kind of wishing I had that sniper rifle right now. I guess I could slap him with a fish. I I just want distance. Oh god, he's still walking around. Actually really curious. I'm noticing that he is... Yes, 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 can I do it? Oh, no, 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 it's really close. He recovered from that really fast. I was going to try and do a context action on him. But nope. Would have been a bad idea. I gotta get rid of this fish. Alright. Now I feel satisfied. Playing with fire over here. Yeah, it's gonna... Only 4 bullets left. Cool. Oh no, did my... Ah, shoot, the money disappeared. I do not remember the money or the drops disappearing as quickly as as apparently they do. Yeah. Oh god. Happens to learn the American Secret Service art of kicking people's heads off. This will not do. That hurts me inside. There. Okay. That works. That's good. Yeah. All right. Whew. Close. That is, every single perfectly organized attaché case is an origami crane, delicately constructed for the express purpose of being burnt.
Un forastero!
While part of me acknowledges that is not the most strategically sensible use of a grenade in professional mode, the other part of me thinks that looked pretty dang cool, so I think all of me is ultimately on board with it. Oh yeah, no, you know that this fish right here is the one that Leon is going to kick back in his chair, tilt back, and just kind of like insert and then just strip off everything and bring out just like fish bones and a fish head. That's the only way you can eat a fish like that. Cartoons can teach you a lot. I think this is also smart, coming back here and seeing those folks back there kind of toiling away. And immediately attacked. see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Anything here? Nope, nothing there. Alright, yes. I don't know why I pressed knife as though I could parry that, but it worked out in the end. Goodbye. Oh, no, 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 no! Jesus. And we're down. Chicken, watch my back.
So cerdo.
Let's see. I think I can try this again. Oh, it's never not funny. Okay. Let's see. Shake the stick? I don't know. My panic, the panic part of my brain just turns on instantly, and I don't even think about that. But that's a really interesting question. I wonder. Excuse me. Oh man, this kind of hurts me a little bit. But yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Got a little Opa there, and option 1 and option 2. Ah, jeez, whiffing at point blank range. All right, there. Is what I had hoped to accomplish the first time through. Oh wow, that's a lot. Yeah. Ooh, hi. Handgun ammo. Okay, I can do this. No, but I gotta go. Oh no, no, I destroyed it with my powerful kick. Thank you. Okay. Evening boot, and yeah, GameCube. This is what we're working with here. This is my my favorite version outside of the Wii. And thank you. Yes, you would be amazed at the precision it takes to nail a target doing a roundhouse through a very small break in a door. But Leon Kennedy has been trained to do such things. Village clearer. Extra friction? How do you mean, Space Hamlet? Yeah, that's actually something about the... actually, now that I think about it, let's see, something that Mirth asked about how many spins around you need to make to shake off. This is something about the GameCube controller that is especially pleasing, sort of tactily on this, because when you have to shake, you got to do this. And that sound right there makes you feel like you're doing something. It's what I call good haptics. Oh wait, I actually don't need to go here, because I need to go to the church. Yeah, this game does what... it's interesting because this game does what The Evil Within doesn't do that would have made aiming easier for that, where if you, you know, if you pull kind of the controller there, you have a slow build up so you can kind of micro adjust your aim when you're just on top of a target, whereas, excuse me, Evil Within I think goes from like 0 to 100 almost immediately, and it makes it harder for me to use the over-the-shoulder aiming. That's actually one of the things I like about Killer 7. When you go to the blood surgeon guy at the television in Killer 7, and you're sending all your thick blood over to him through the TV, and it asks you to kind of take the GameCube controller and rotate both of them like that. Yeah, if you get motion sick, don't look at the screen. You're asked to do this, and I always found that was like really gratifying physically to kind of like to have that kind of input on it. But also, it makes me think of like kind of like squeezing a package of, I mean, like if you think of like the blood, like in a blood bag or something like that, kind of like squeezing it to get every last drop out. It's kind of a gruesome image, but an effective sort of accompaniment to what you're doing in that game. Yes. Oh, nope, not yet. Okay. And yeah, the mouse aiming is something I have never had a lot of good fortune with. And I think part of it comes down to just some, I mean, calling it an injury feels more melodramatic, but it's just carpal tunnel stuff, right? Which I guess technically is repetitive motion injury. But anyway, carpal tunnel kind of prevents me from using a mouse for a prolonged period of time. But this right here, my wrist likes. Like I can do this. That, let's see if we can get a look at this. It's really interesting seeing these treasure objects because I kind of think they use the same model that you see in the item viewer, which the item viewer has to be, you know, pretty detailed because you're looking at it up close. So you have these objects in the environment that are just weirdly 20 times more detailed than the backgrounds. It's one of those sort of asymmetries, kind of like that just like lets you know you're playing a video game.
Got something that might interest you.
I love that they give this dude like a second introduction.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
And then after that, it's just like, oh yeah, traveling Australian merchant, and you just accept it. But yeah, like the fact that he gets like a second moment makes me very happy. So I don't think I want either of those, and I do still want to save up for maybe a TMP would be a good handgun. Gosh, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to plan for the El Gigante fight. I think that all I need on that is just a handgun and a shotgun, and I should be fine. Should be fine.
What are you buying?
Oh, here.
What are you selling?
These are only
Is that old?
a few hours old.
Is that old? Thank you. Is that old? Thank you. Ah, I'll buy it at a high price.
Love it.
Thank you.
I'll buy it
I'll
at a
buy
high
it at a
price.
high price. Thank you.
I don't personally know anybody who has played this game and just like really dug down on it and just kind of just loved playing it at least twice through professional, who has not at one point echoed back the shopkeeper's cant, and
Welcome.
I think that speaks to how well they did him.
What are you buying?
Let's see. You know,
Come back anytime.
I'm gonna go in underprepared, and we'll see how that works out. I like the small amount of ground that they cover on that that particular camera crawl. It's just like the distance from here over to here. It's not this sweeping look over the entire environment. It's just ground level. Oh, you're supposed to that. Woo! I think I'm actually really curious to know why Leon switches up from the sort of like spinning sidekick there to the suplexes. Why that change only happens like in the cathedral castle. That's it. Like when I saw that changed up the first time I played through, I thought that maybe he was going to have like a unique contextual do it. A unique kind of contextual action per area, but alas. I mean, not that much alas, you know, he's still a suplex. Really hard to argue with that. Oh, thank you, Blue Medallions. We've got... There's one... There we go. Thank you for the reminder. Hopefully, at the very least, I can buy the Matilda and then sell it back. There we go. I think there's at least 3 more. Oops, wrong button. At least 3 more here. Evening Junked. Yeah. I like how they play with this sort of like very. I think of it as like an oily fire when you get into the castle. It is better lit, but it still feels somehow greasy. Like it's a cleaner space, but it manages to feel as sort of like grungy as the rest of this. Sure. Hello? Come on, guys, I know you care. There we go. Jeez. Skulls apparently get much more fragile the further along in the village you get. Oh yeah, Super Monkey Ball. That is a good time. What's my... This seems like a bad idea. So, let's do it. Where y'all coming from? Oh, coming all the way from there. Oh, dynamite, dynamite. Buddy, throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Wow, I almost backfired in a bad way. Oh, good times. Rogue Squadron. Is that a sweary game? I don't know why I think that, but I do. Aw. That's it. Crap. I cannot believe I've not gotten blown to bits by a piece of dynamite yet. Oh, Star Wars game. What am I thinking about? Oh man, I'm terrible at this. I remember which ones it is. Okay. I can do this. Yep. Right. Cool. Oh, wait. Shoot! I misremembered. Well, crud. Wait, is it the top one? And those other two? That's right. I'm pretty sure it's the ones on the lower right. Like that, I feel fairly confident of that. ZMV? Okay, cool, thank you. There we go. Even knowing the right answer, I wrestled with that for kind of an embarrassingly long time. Especially given how much, like, I'd played this before. Just the solution was completely lost on me. I was spinning that thing around for about 15 minutes. Any kind of surveillance that Hunnigan must have on Leon surely would make her question his devotion to his cause. And speak of it all.
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route? At any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her, hurry!
There we go. I know that the particular stance is supposed to indicate Leon covering a wound, but every time Leon walks around like that, it always makes me think of, like, trying to run with, like, a stitch. In sports things. Yeah. Because that's all I've got. Oh shoot. Well, maybe I'll get handgun bullets and I can blast these last medallions with that. I do remember Snake? Snake? Snake! Oh, the snake had a letter inside. Yes. Rub this on my wound. Oh man, do these medallions come back? What's the story on those? Ha! I didn't know you could do that. Alright, let's there we go. We got our 10. Alright. Come on, dude, die. I'm on a budget here. Oh, this is another QTE. Alright. Oh, wait, not yet, but it's coming up. This is... I like the way this is presented quite a lot. You know... Oh, no, 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 come back! Father, forgive me. There we go. I always feel so guilty about killing animals in games, even if it is purely because it is a technical gain, and the game does not recognize that this is an ethical cross in any sense. Oh, hey! The one that got away. Turns out it didn't. That makes me feel even worse. Good times. QTE, QuickTime Event. It's when you have a prompt that shows up on screen because it's like a cinematic moment, and they want your character to do something cool that's outside the normal set of moves. So it asks you to press a button in response to a prompt, and then the cinematic moves forward. Very early version of that. I think the term was coined in Shenmue on Dreamcast. Which use that as its main sort of combat mechanic. But if you're interested in the very early version of that, you might check out the old Dragon's Lair arcade games, which are basically that. And I've got to say, going back and having whiffed so many Dragon's Lair arcade playthroughs as a boy, if there was something that you initially think like, oh, it's going to be exciting, I can finally watch all the animation when you know, buy the DVD, and then you kind of realize that part of what you were loving is the fact that you might never see the whole thing, and it is in fact the mystique that worked. Please have something that I want to buy.
Got some rare thing.
Oh, thank you,
What
sir.
are you buying?
Punisher.
Thank
see.
you.
I could use the Punisher. Yeah.
What are you selling? Is that all?
All right, let's do this.
Thank you. What are you buying? Is that all? Is that all? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you.
I agree. I think that leaving... It's almost always the case where the most interesting part is left unpresented. Because what matters is imagination. Is there anything... Ah, all those fish. All of them so safely far away from my knife. Gambare fish. But yeah, the way they present this is really interesting. That unlike bosses where you kind of get a glimpse of them before you encounter, this one they actually take you through the lair. So again, with the mystique and the imagination, the thing that you're left to wonder is like, oh my god, what could possibly need those doors? And probably if you're playing this right when it comes out, you're familiar with El Gigante because they use that as part of a lot of the promotional media for the game pre-release. But still, like if you're enjoying the moment and feeling it, it's really good dramatic setup. So yeah, this junct is a QTE. So let's go. Whew. Jeez. Where are you guys? Show yourselves. Moiderize ya. The mass QTE, I mentioned earlier when there was another one of those set pieces before, and the evade input actually differs. It can either be A and B at the same time, or your trigger buttons, and my brain just can't identify it, process it, turn it into the right motion in time. So regardless of whatever it turns out to be, I always hit L and R at the same time and kind of fish and hope for the best. Well, there. Oh man, I don't think I've listened to this in the Punisher before, but just kind of gonna do a couple of test shots here. There's this sort of almost like zipper sound effect as part of its firing thing. Just give it a listen. Zipper isn't the right word, but that's the only thing coming to mind. Yeah, I like that. Womp. Evening, Nico. It's good to meet you. I hope I am pronouncing the correct parts of your username. Nico? Nicoli? Anyway, good evening. Oh, weird. Yeah, Snake! No! Ugh. Snake in a box. Actually, I want to get out of here real fast. Please be good. Cool. Oh god. Jesus. Over here. Enemy is aware music. I don't know where my enemies are. Oh god, they're behind me. Okay. You guys back it up. Incendiary grenade will be good. Anybody behind me? Nope. Nope. Good. What? What? Two of you? Oh, Jesus. You guys are durable. Less so now. I remember thinking, in my brain, QTEs are forever bound up with cell shading, because I think they became very popular, kind of like design ideas at the same time. I thought that would do more than it did. Behind me. Nope. But I'm running away. That's what you get. Regular gun bullets yet? No, I do not. Kinda kills me to be using so many shotgun shells on regular dudes, but that's what I got to deal with. Oh, there's that snake. Another detail about this that I do really like is the snakes all kind of, you know, they go their own ways after you free them from the box, and in fact Leon could be regarded as a savior of snakes were he not interested in the eggs that they had partially digested into their craws. But I like that these guys slither on the surface. Makes the animalism of them feel more real. I'm gonna leave that one doing what it needs to. Oh yeah, yeah, no, totally. They They exist in a world where there is no business for earplug manufacturers. You gotta figure he set that trap up like 5 minutes before. Perils of having like a game grunts short-term memory. What? Snake 1? Oh, no. Pardon me, sir. I'm counting snakes. So yes, as I was saying, Snake 1. I swear I saw another one over here. There we go, Snake 2. Snake 3? We got a regular Metal Gear cannon over here. And I have... Snake 4? Jesus. I've never tried to get through this area without just destroying all these things, but I don't want to waste a shotgun shell on them. Evening, Red Fox. Yeah, this is part 1 of a professional run-through. I already beat it on regular mode, and am doing it on the hard one. So this is part 1 of the hard run-through. Good evening. I wonder if I can... No, that's reckless. Oh my god, snakes! Come on, dude, I'm trying to help you out by not shooting you. Get out of my way. Go, go, go. It is now occurring to me, it is entirely possible I have misunderstood the intention of this set piece the whole time, and it is, in fact, a snake escort mission. Oh, thank you, Red Fox. Yeah, doing okay? Oh, for God's sake. Like, at this point, I just think they're mocking me, right? Goodbye. Yeah, doing okay so far on survival. Died once in the village. Stomp button. Yeah, just Leon Kennedy goes straight Silent Hill on the reptiles. Well, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, if you stomp the snakes, then you risk, you know, breaking the eggs. At that point, you're just being cruel. Both to the snake and to yourself. You shouldn't set yourself up for expectations you're just not going to fulfill. Yeah. The different fates of these police officers has always been kind of a question I've had in my mind, because so even granting the shortest possible route from the village where Leon parked and they got, you know, village napped, and this location right here, assuming they had both bodies at once, they just chucked one straight on a hook about 15 feet away, and then for some reason decided to carry the other one, you know, like 2 miles, so they could throw it in the lake and feed it to this guy. And I wonder why the other dude did not make the cut, because clearly this monster has an appetite big enough to handle both that cop and this one. I'm gonna do the thing, Ark. I am gonna save, and I'm gonna do the thing. And I was wondering if anybody was going to ask if I was going to do the thing, and I am super glad that you have my back on that. Yeah, Fish is basically the, he's the barrister of this lake. Alright, here we go. Actually, there's a neat little detail on that I'll try to I'll redo it and I'll show it to you. Oh yeah, the dogs. No, Mirth. This was one I chose. So something you're going to notice here, when I fire the gun, there's a little bit of camera shake that isn't usually there, and I'm going to show the controller. Let's see, this is not my voluntary. This is not involuntary trembling. So it's not just like a little graphical thing they threw in there. They actually went whole hog on it, gave it a camera shake to show you that the monster's approaching, gave you vibration in the controller to kind of give you the haptics on it. They just went all in. I think it's brilliant. Yes, it does. I can see that, Iceman Dan, kind of a sandworm moment. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will come back and get the dog cutscene after this. Something else you can do, which is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to see if I can do it for just one. Let's turn that before I go far enough to trigger the cutscene. This boat drifts super fast. So there are fish in that water. There were fish in this water. You can spear a fish, one of these giant monstrosities, and it's kind of goofy because the spear stays in the fish, and you just got this little spear sticking up out of the water. But it looks like the fish are gone. Oh my God! You got the Hyperion books. Yeah, you're in for a good time. Tell the Shrike I said hello. There we go. I did my senior thesis on those books. They have a very, very dear place in my heart. Man, anybody who's like been on a boat and kind of felt the bottom hit when you crest a wave and it just lands and everything just smacks this really dull thud, like having that sensory, oh, it's kind of like a Tsuchinoko. Having that sensory memory makes me feel that boat impact really, really intensely. Oh God, row, wrong way! Oh Jesus. I thought he was going to show up in front of me. Thanks for stopping by, Ark. It's great to see you. Thank you for being on the ball about the thing. And good luck with work and all other endeavors. Actually, I wonder, Swimmy, if you're still around, if you might have any insight on this. My impression is that damage matters in this fight because the lower you are on health, the further away you get cast from the boat and the more button presses you need to swim over, and that increases the likelihood of, you know, the thing chomping you. But I've never looked into that. I'm curious if you have any knowledge on that. There you are. Oh, not that way. Boy. Oh boy. Okay, oh, I might have gone the wrong way. No, I didn't. Cool. Oh, no, no! Okay, cool. What the hell are you doing, buddy? I don't think I've seen it do that before. I'm used to it, like, popping out of the water and doing a 180-degree turn, not turning 180 underwater and then dragging me back through the debris. Right into it. Oh my god. Yeah. Good time to pull out your spear. Oh, thank God. Oh. In my imagination, whenever I hear that sound effect, I can feel the rope burn. Good. I can only think about how disastrous it would have been had this, you know, internal hemorrhaging, for reasons completely separate from the bruising and physical damage done by this giant monster smacking you back and forth on the water. Why, if this hemorrhaging had happened just like 30 seconds prior. Rip Leon. That's right. This is this version is taken directly from Hemingway's unpublished notes. He invented Las Plagas, but the world, it wasn't ready. Oh, I think that some of the horror of that moment is lost a little bit with this costume, huh?
Leon. It's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Can't say. But I'm all right now. I'm gonna continue my mission.
It is... I mean, if I'm remembering right, it's the setup for a couple of dramatic moments. And I don't think Sadler ever gets control of Leon in a dramatically crucial moment. So I think that that's the extent of it. I mean, Ashley gets kidnapped again through those means by falling under Sadler's spell, but I think that's it. Yeah, no, it eventually gets removed. I wonder... I mean, the notion of your character getting infected with whatever biohazards around and then having to deal with it's been around since, like, I mean, RE3, at the very least, I think. But I remember with the prototype RE4 that had, like, the chain-wielding guy, there was the notion of Leon being infected and hallucinating monsters around him. And I wonder if this, the use of the infection in this is kind of a holdover from that. I don't know. This is where Leon absolutely ransacks his inventory and very awkwardly plops down right next to him. I'm pretty sure? Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I think RE8 is building off of RE7. I've heard that Ethan is a protagonist, and that he has some interaction with Chris, but beyond that, I don't know. Yep. And here we are. Just taking what it please. I gotta imagine a guy who's this connected to the black market probably just has a degree of base level admiration for somebody with the guts to just
What are you
break
buying?
through like that. RE4 elements? Oh, do you mean like the village environment? I actually found myself wondering if that would take us back through this location in any fashion. I mean, it's, you know, still got its horror investment in the creepily rural, and, I don't know. The rural and lived in, as being a thing to be afraid of. So, I'm going to do a couple of things here. First, we're going to get the cutscene with the dogs that have been mentioned, and second, I'm going to try and kill them with a harpoon. Because I think I can do that. Goodbye. Gross. early on. What? Huh. I thought you could... Oh, there we go. Oh, I actually feel kind of bad about that. I mean, actually, he kind of seems fine. So, there. It's the whole humanitarian excuse for attacking the damned. You are doing them a favor. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Snipe. Activate this fella. There we go. Yep. Out of all the monsters in this game, these dogs are the ones that legitimately frighten me. Can it hit me from there? I'm curious. For all the attention to detail, this seems like a slight oversight. This thing's got spears sticking out of it like, snake that fears bolts. You don't heal them up. Alright, let's see. I think there's one more dog. Is there? You said, but yeah, there is. There is. I think one of the things that makes them uniquely frightening to me, besides the design, is the fact that they don't operate like the other enemies. They don't have stagger points or anything. The only thing you can do is try to knock them down with excessive force. Alright. Yeah, the only thing you can really do is knock them down with excessive force and hope you can handle the other ones coming at you. So... there we go. What I think will be cool is to save my game at the hut where it's closest to the point of progression. I'm probably going to cut the stream and then play a Stinger game. Maybe a Metal Gear 2? Metal Gear Solid 2 thing? I kind of want to do a Snake Tail, but those take an unexpectedly long time. And Stingers, I'm kind of looking for something kind of in a 30-minute area to play through. Oh, I am not going to come back to... This is like when you go on vacation, or, you know, any extended stay. You always want to make sure that you have a house that you feel good about its state to come back to. Let's do... Nope. That's fine. Let's... kind of my loose. I don't really need you. Kind of put that over here. Can you reload that? This is fine. Not super thrilled about this, but what can you do? And I can just absolutely cross the wires in my brain and try to do that. Nope, that doesn't work, thank God. Alright, cool. Yeah, I know, Andy. I do not like them myself. So yeah, so I'm going to do part 2 of this on Tuesday of next week. I typically start somewhere around 7:30 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's kind of tending toward 8 p.m. lately, but that's kind of the range. But yeah, if you follow me, then you'll see that on Saturdays I'm doing Soul Reaver, and yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream real fast and do something Metal Gear. So, give me 1 second, and no, absolutely not like the not like the flooded basement. And thank you, Andy. It's good to meet you, and I hope to see you out here again, buddy. And Iceman Dan, have a great night. It's good to see you out as always. So, yeah, hold on a second. Oh yeah, the shivery spike dudes, absolutely, kind of these horrible Resident Evil heaven smiles. Just, oh, thank you. So anyway, have a great night. Thanks everybody for coming out. I mean, I'll be right back, and for everybody who's bailing, have a good night, and thanks for coming out.